11 Sports and For the Fans welcomes you to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League.
Getting a look at the beautiful Rocky Mountains here in Denver, Colorado, home of the Denver Nightwings, the number one seed in the Simulation Football League playoffs. And they will play host today to the number 8 seed, the Florida Storm. Game 2 of quarterfinal action. Win in advance, lose. Can't go home, but you can't stay here either.
Yeah, playoff action. Eric, happy to be with you here, Denver, Colorado. As you mentioned, what a beautiful shot that was of these snow-capped Rockies. And, wow, a tall task today for the Florida Storm rolling into town. Victory over Lone Star in the wild card game last weekend. And, this one on paper sure is set to look a little lopsided, folks. But Florida, they've got some opportunity. They just need to get their quarterback settled down early in Ron Cochran and take advantage of plays down the field when the opportunity is given.
Yeah, they certainly have some flashy stats on paper. Fourth in the league in passing yards, throwing for almost 311 yards average a game, which is quite impressive from Ron Cochran and his weapons, which we will definitely get to following the coin toss. And yeah, just got to take care of the football. Cochran's thrown 31 picks this season. I think he's got to keep that to a minimum in order to keep his team in the game, kid.
Yeah, wholeheartedly agree with you there. Take care of the football. That's the number one thing on the list today. Do not turn it over. You can't afford to do it against this Denver team, and that'll be very, very important for them to look after today.
Kickoff is coming up next. You're watching the Simulation Football League live on 11 Sports and For the Fans. Live as the Nightwings will kick the football off to start the ball game. Florida coming out in their all blue uniforms. Meanwhile, Denver coming out in the all black. And Kramer Jackman is ready to get the football game underway. And fielded right in the middle of his own end zone. That is Optimus Klein, and he will go ahead and take a knee in that end zone. Bring the ball out to the 20-yard line. Tom Rahman in the chat was asking if Denver has ever beaten Florida. Well, yes, they did one time. And that one time was back on they were the San Antonio Vaqueros at the time, the Twitch front page game. And they went and played back in season 10. And that was a 26-19 victory. Hoping for similar results here today, as J.W. Doyle gets the first play from scrimmage, and that's a carry out to the 25-yard line. Getting a look at the Stars here following this next play. As we see Ron Cochran stride up to the line, their fearless leader all through that three-peat dynasty that the Alaska Storm had, now relocated down to sunny South Florida. As Cochran will pass for the first time, and Doyle gets his second touch of the ball game, this one for about 3, and it'll be out to the 28-yard line. Stars on offense look like this. Ron Cochran, we mentioned, has to take care of the football. J.W. Doyle, the feature back in the backfield for the Storm. as they get a look at third down. Third and short, they get a free play, and they're going to run a similar play down to Doyle. Screen coming out of the backfield, but that'll be a free 5 yards, Cade, and that's not a good start for the Denver defense.
No, not a good start for the Denver defense, but actually a pretty solid start for Florida's offense, just taking what the defense has given them, and got the first down anyways. But mental mistakes like that for Denver's defense are going to be what Florida's going to hope for most of the rest of the day.
Rest of the stars on offense for the Storm: Stephen Bush, Jeff Como, E.J. Minson, Optimus Klein, the wide receivers, and Veradine Zarkov, the tight end. All very impressive weapons, as Optimus Klein, the leading receiver, comes in at 872 yards on the regular season. Another handoff to Doyle, trying to test this Denver run defense as he gets a couple out to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Optimus Klein last week against the Lone Star Glory passed the 10,000 career yard mark. Congratulations to him on that one.
Absolutely. Hats off to him, a legend. 8 seasons in the league, all of them with the Storm, as Cochran will pass again. This one's picked off. Denver has an interception going the other way, and that is going to set them up nicely on offense. Nick Kindler, the corner, coming in with the first interception of the ballgame.
Not sure. Cochran saw Kindler coming over the middle of the field right there, makes the throw, thought he had an open man. It looks like he just really put it way too far out in front of him. If he puts it in the numbers, potentially a catch there. But Kindler taking advantage of the situation, gets a big turnover for Denver early on, and gives the offense some pretty darn good field position, Eric.
And Josh Miller, in his 6th season in the league, all with the Night Wings, is going to take over at quarterback for the Night Wings on offense. He's got 2 backs in the formation. Turnaround handoff, that's going to be Jared McChesney, the feature back for Denver, and he will get no gain out to the 29-yard line. Offensive line in the backfield looked like this: Josh Miller at quarterback, Jared McChesney, R.E. Mills, the fullback, Gene Benazzi, and D'Amico Ryan on the offensive line. Giacomo Jones, Bryce Battle, Logan Keel, the wide receivers, Jeremy Mosley, the tight end, and we've already seen Kramer Jackman and that very impressive leg of his on the kickoff. Throw here by Miller is going to be incomplete. Led his receiver just a bit too far, looking for Logan Keel, incomplete.
Yeah, Logan Keel and the tight end Jeremy Mosley looked like they almost collided at the point of the ball. Arriving, not sure who the intended receiver may have been on that one, but it'll result in a 3rd and 10.
Denver also with a very paltry passing attack, 321.5 yards a game. That's good for 2nd in the league in the regular season. Play action for Miller. Pressure coming. Going to throw it towards the outside and incomplete. Led him just a bit too far along the sideline, looking for Keel again. And it's going to bring up a 4th down. We'll see Kramer Jackman come on to attempt his first field goal.
A little bit of a moral victory, I suppose, for Florida on that one. The defense stands up after the offense turned the ball over deep in their own territory, and they give up nothing to the Denver Night Wings. Pending this field goal right here, 3 points, a big possibility.
46-yard field goal attempt here for Jackman, who was perfect on the regular season. It is up and on the way, and it is through officially from 45 yards. Denver takes the opening lead.
Yeah, nicely done right there. It looked like they had a little penetration coming through. I was held my breath for just a moment as the kick had an opportunity to be blocked, but great kick right down the middle, Kramer Jackman, and we've got our first points of this playoff matchup here in Denver, Colorado.
Straight down the pipes. 8:22 to go in the opening quarter. Denver with a 3-and-out, but set up by the interception there with that 45-yard field goal try. And Optimus Klein is not going to return this one either, as he kneels in the end zone, brings the ball back out to the 20-yard line. Ron Cochran and company will get another shot at the football. And Kate, I think you hit the nail on the head. He just led his receiver a bit too far on the interception the previous drive.
Yeah, I liked the way the last drive started. You know, a good little run on 1st down, nice dump on 2nd, and the offside penalty obviously on 3rd, but completed the pass, and then it felt like the throw over the middle was forced, and that's not something they can afford to do early on.
And Doyle with a big run on 1st down, still rumbling as he makes it down to the 41-yard line of Florida. What a big run on 1st down for Doyle.
Yeah, that's the kind of needs they're going to continue, or that's the kind of runs, I'm sorry, they're going to continue to need in this game. J.W. Doyle, the X factor for the Florida Storm offense in this particular game, and a nice run right there for him.
And Cade, we circled this kind of in our preparation for this ball game here today. Denver coming in on paper, 52.5 yards a game allowed rushing the ball. It's a very impressive number, but they get out in front very quickly. So we were wondering what Florida was going to do here as Cochran's going to throw to a wide open man, caught for first down yardage. Optimus Klein with his first catch moves them into Denver territory.
Yeah, great catch by him and a great point. Yes, Denver, mostly gets out to very big leads to start games. Their run defense is extraordinarily good this season. They're giving up, I believe, 52 yards a game is the average just about for them this season, and that's an incredible stat. But the pass defense is a little behind. Primarily 52.5. There you go, rush yards per game. That's the best in the modern SFL era. Absolutely incredible. And when they get so far ahead, teams are forced to ditch the run, go to the pass, and that could potentially have something to do with the statistics. However that may be, barring that last play right there, Florida has not had any trouble running the football so far.
First team with back-to-back 11-win seasons since the Alaska Storm. In that three-peat dynasty that they had. And Cochran with another handoff to Doyle. Doyle is still bringing defenders with him down to the 35-yard line. Denver also 5-0 at home in the playoffs. The last time that they lost at home was back in season 14. It was week 9 of the regular season. They had lost to my former team, the Seattle Tyrants.
That's an absolutely incredible stat. Did not lose at home this season either.
No, not at all, as Cochran was trying to thread the needle there, and Bush just could not complete the catch. Big hit on the other end, and that brings up fourth down, and we'll see a field goal try. No, we'll see a punt from this location.
Yeah, very nearly got it there. The impact with the safety, Maurice Lloyd jarred the ball loose, and but nice throw to try to put it out there by Cochran to make something happen on third down.
And I lied, Cade. We're actually going to see a long field goal attempt here by Ethan Snead, second season in the league, both with the Storm. This one from a hefty distance, 52 yards. This would be a career long for him. High snap, gets it down. Snead gets his foot into the football. It is up and on the way and through from 51 yards officially, which ties his career long, and he evens up the football game there at 3 apiece.
3-3 after a couple drives from each team here, and yeah, nicely done, nice execution. That was a good offensive series for Florida right there.
6-play, 45-yard drive capped off with the 51-yard field goal make there by Ethan Snead. 3 apiece here at Denver, Colorado, as the Nightwings will get another crack at the football. Bryce Battle, the return man, fielded just outside his own end zone. He's going to bring it out to the Denver 27-yard line. Good starting field position for the Nightwings. And they will hope for a little better result than a 3-and-out, but the interception definitely helped them out a little bit on the last drive.
Yeah, most definitely. Better field position there. They felt the need. I'm not sure if they felt the need to try to press a little bit or see what they could accomplish. But yeah, just start building that rhythm here, Denver offense, and we'll see the explosion we've seen most of the season.
Miller going to throw far sideline, caught, and that's close to first down. Will be a first down out across to the 40-yard line, as that was a good catch by Jeremy Mosley, the tight end.
Yeah, averaging 11.1 yards per reception on the season is the tight end, Jeremy Mosley. 42 catches, 468 yards, and 3 scores to go with that. But definitely a good, safe target for the quarterback, Josh Miller.
And already a better start as they move those chains right off the bat. Approaching the 6-minute mark to go here in the first quarter. Offset I formation for the Nightwings. Miller going to swing it out to McChesney. Has one man to beat and a good open field tackle on the edge. And that was made by one of the extra linebackers out there, I believe.
Yeah, the additional linebacker, Alfredo Maizane, I believe is how it's pronounced, gets in there and makes a tackle for a 2-yard loss on first down.
Second and long now for Denver. McChesney, the lone back, 3 wide outs towards the top of the formation. Play action for Miller. He's going to air it out, middle of the field, one-handed grab, first down into Florida territory. What a play by Bryce Battle.
Boy, he just made that one look easy. There's going to be a lot of kids out in the cul-de-sac after this one trying to replay that one, and it just snags it out of the air with one hand, makes it look effortless. Does Battle on that one, and a nice pitch and catch for a first down.
In between 2 defenders on top of that. And still able to hold on. Single back formation. Bunched receivers towards the bottom of the formation for Denver. Miller again, play action. Pressure's coming, and they're going to call that a fumble. Ball is on the turf. It's still live. Picked up by one of the offensive linemen, and he'll get dropped back at the Denver 44-yard line. A huge loss there. And I'm not sure if that was a fumble. I think that was an incomplete pass, don't you?
It sure did look like the arm was coming forward. There's the challenge flag right there. I don't think I'm too surprised to see that as he went to go try and make a pass. His arm was hit and threw that one right into the dirt.
And I think the ruling on the field was that it was a backwards pass, which is why they called it a fumble.
Well, I don't know if there's going to be enough to take that one back.
I don't know. I still think that's an incompletion. That's a bit of a head scratcher there.
To agree with you.
Have to see what old referee 62 has to say. And Jeremy Vega's very happy along the sideline as the ruling was overturned. Denver not charged a timeout. So I believe they will call that an incomplete pass, which instead of 2nd and forever, it ends up being 2nd and 10.
And nice break for Denver on that one. I'm sure Florida would have liked to have it the other way around, but they'll have more of an opportunity here on 2nd and 10.
Hand off to McChesney, trying to find a hole, and good wrap up right at the line of scrimmage made by Big Sexy. Alex Dominguez, number 69. He's definitely a playmaker along that line. Eric Hammer, the 9th overall pick at linebacker as well. He's certainly a name to watch for on this Florida defense. Ryan Davidson, Evan Carroll, Adam Jones, Ryan Tobin, and Andrew Francis wrap up the defensive backfield. Ryan Davidson with 9 picks in the regular season. As Miller is going to play action again, and he finds Bryce Battle once again for another first down out to the 30-yard line.
Play action seems to be working really well for him right now. Florida really focused on trying to stop McChesney in the run game, and nice job delivering the pass down the field.
Denver coming up to their 7th play on this drive. 3 wideouts to work with in the formation. McChesney sidecar right in the gun. Miller going to throw towards the bottom of the screen. Caught, and a little forearm shiver there by the defender. And that knocks him down close to the line of scrimmage. Look at him about 3 or 4 on the play.
Well, the cornerback there, number 48, Adam Jones for Florida, coming through. He was within a chest hair of potentially taking that one away, and he'd be still running at this point if he's able to get there in time.
Evan Carroll laying the big hit there on defense. Brings up 2nd down. Miller, short drop. He's going to throw it down. Bottom of formation, caught by Bryce Battle as he gets first down yardage. Out to the 17-yard line. Into the SFL red zone we go with 3 catches, 42 yards so far for Battle.
Yeah, he's been a go-to target so far for the quarterback, Josh Miller, and he is not disappointed. We saw the impressive one-hander just a few plays ago.
2 backs in the backfield this time for Miller as he's under center. Stacking the boxes, Florida. McChesney going to get the handoff, and he'll plow ahead for a gain of a couple.
Yeah, the strong safety in the box on that play, Andrew Francis, wraps him up and falls forward, as you said, Eric, there for a couple yards.
Quick moving first quarter of action as we hit 2.5 minutes to go. Florida stacking the box once again, anticipating another McChesney run. They will get it. McChesney trying to find a hole, goes absolutely nowhere. John Nevels and Eric Hammer getting in there, making the combined stop, and that's going to be a loss of a yard.
Yeah, they're really doing a nice job stopping Jared McChesney in the run game here today. Florida's defense is, and yeah, impressive showing for him. They're trying to make Denver one-dimensional and have to throw the football.
Coming into the game, averaging over 100 yards, 113 yards a game, and rushing. As Miller's going to air it out, end zone, touchdown, Denver.
Nice throw, nice catch too. Jones going up and getting the ball at the point of attack, takes it away from the defender, and we have seen our first touchdown of the game. Denver looking to take a 7-point lead here following the extra point, and wow, just a really nice job. I guess it doesn't really matter if you try to make them one-dimensional or not. They have athletic guys on the outside who can make plays just like that.
Evan Carroll getting beat right at the line, playing catch-up the entire way. Giacomo Jones just high-pointing the football, making that touchdown look easy. And Kramer Jackman will try to add the extra point to make it a 7-point ball game. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up and on the way and through. 10-3 now your score as we've hit our second commercial break in this second quarterfinal matchup. Denver will kick the football off to Florida on the other side of the break. You're watching the Simulation Football League quarterfinals, live at Lemon Sports and for the fans. Back live in the Mile High City, Denver, Colorado, as the hometown Night Wings take the lead off a Giacomo Jones touchdown catch. Jackman with another good kickoff here this time. Klein is going to return it out of his own end zone, trying to find some blockers. Good stiff arm there, and he'll make it out to the 28-yard line, give him a little bit of extra yardage.
Wow, what a stiff arm, man. I think that fella back there is still picking turf out of his teeth after that stiff arm. Wow, that was awesome.
Like could have possibly sprung it free down the near sideline after that stiff arm, but knocked down to the 28. Still good starting field position for the Storm as Denver put together an 11-play, 72-yard drive, capped off with a 15-yard passing touchdown. Cochran over the middle, caught, first down yardage, and that's out across to the 42-yard line. Stephen Bush with his first catch
there. Nice quick pass. That's what they need to get going here. The quick passes and good amount of time right there. No pressure coming towards Cochran as he's able to deliver the ball over the middle. And as you said, Eric, a first down.
Looking for more of those big plays and not necessarily the turnovers. Cochran already throwing a pick earlier in the ball game, giving Denver 3 points on the board. He is under center this time. Turnaround handoff. Doyle, and JW is going to make it out to the 47-yard line. Good gain of 5 there on first down. Keeps him ahead of schedule.
Yeah, averaging just about 6.8 yards a clip prior to that last run, and he takes another 5 off the board there on first down.
And look at Adam Wiseman from his linebacker spot. Second season in the league. Cochran to throw. He's going to swing it out to Doyle coming out of the backfield. He's going to get first down yardage out to the 46-yard line. There was really only one guy within sniffing distance of him, and he was nowhere near him, kid.
Yeah, nowhere near him until he'd already crossed the first down marker, but a nice job. The offensive line not getting enough credit here so far, too, on this drive, giving Ron Cochran all kinds of time to make good decisions. And that's going to be Denver's going to need to put some pressure on him if they want to try to rattle him up a little bit into making bad choices.
Des Troyer, certainly a guy you want to circle on that defensive line there. 14 sacks in the regular season. Big number 99 in the center of that defensive formation. Cochran under center this time for first down. And off to Doyle, and he'll get a good chunk of 3 or 4. And he's averaging almost 6 yards a carry already here today, Kate. He's a very sneaky back coming into the game with 878 yards on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, he's had a really solid game so far. And so far, both in the run game and out of the backfield has been a key piece to this offensive success.
Cochran, one more play before the end of the quarter as Doyle gets tattooed along the far sideline. Good hit there by the corner, Matt Papineau. And that will bring us to the end of the first quarter of action. 10-3, your score here in Denver. Florida is driving, though. Let's see what happens. Simulation Football League quarterfinals continue right after this. Don't go anywhere. Back live for the second quarter of play here in the Mile High City, Denver, Colorado, alongside my best friend, Cade Stevens, Rosca Santagria, and Benji Matson in the stats truck for you. My name is Eric Vincent, your play-by-play commentator for Game 2 of the quarterfinals here in the Simulation Football League. Ron Cochran and company hoping to add a touchdown to the scoreboard, even up the ball game, and that's a good start right there, getting first down yardage out to the 29-yard line.
Yeah, Zarkov, nice catch. The big tight end right there, and good first down. And Florida's offense on this drive, mentioned it a few times, continues to roll with the, like I said, nice completion right there.
Hand off to J.W. Doyle, and he will make it out to the 27-yard line, gain of a couple. It's had a couple good-looking runs, one big run, but a lot of chunk yardage. And then, you see a couple of those here and there, but they're definitely testing this rush defense for Denver.
Yeah, they're trying to see, and a lot of success early on. I'm not sure that Denver expected Florida to come out and really try to run the football. And about the first 6 or 7 runs he had were pretty solid, and now he's starting to get, the 1- and 2-yarders mixed in there as well. Had a man open right there also, did Cochran, and just overthrew him.
Yeah, definitely an overthrow there as Cochran hoping to get his man to lay out, getting a look at the stars on defense for Denver. We highlighted Des Troyer a little bit earlier on, 14 sacks in the regular season. Adam Wiseman, another talented linebacker. Matt Papineau Nick Kindler, Rosca Santagria, Josh Vasquez, and Maurice Lloyd winds up the defensive backfield for Denver. As Cochran get a sidearm throw it over the middle, caught. What a throw there by Ron Cochran to just thread the needle to Jeff Como for the first down at the 11-yard line.
Yeah, I guess he saw the opportunity to have to get the ball around the defender as the offensive lineman being pushed back into his face and just kind of whoops it right around the corner. And yeah, good little sling it there from Ron Cochran. That was very talented, I should say, Eric.
What do you think? Was that a fade or a draw there?
Oh, you know what, man? I think he faded that one back in.
Oof. Cochran going to swing it out to Doyle. He's got a couple defenders out there. He's not going to get past them. Gain of about 1.5 yards out to the Denver 9. Second play in the SFL red zone.
As you see the quarterback comparison right there, biggest difference between the two is a interception for Cochran and a touchdown for Josh Miller. Other than that, yardage almost identical.
Bunch receivers towards the top of the formation. Cochran has Doyle sidecar right in the gun. Takes the snap. He's going to fire it over the middle. Wide open. Touchdown, Florida.
And Jeff Como, a nice catch from the sidearm just a moment ago. Makes a good catch right there from Cochran. And I got to say, I've already made mention of this once. Florida's offensive success on that drive, very impressive. I give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Cochran with nothing but time, almost every single pass play right there. And I think a lot of that goes to having to respect J.W. Doyle in the run game, as he's had a pretty good game start so far as well.
Ethan Snead with his tied his career long earlier with the 51-yard field goal, lining up for the extra point here. Gets the snap down, and it's up and through. Ties the football game up at 10 apiece. And, man, back and forth we go. Okay, we thought we might have a good one here today, especially coming from the 3-time champs in the Storm. Denver, the number 1 seed, certainly no slouch, and one of the more dominant teams we've seen in recent history. And sure enough, good one.
Yeah, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And, back-to-back, fun one for you. Both scoring touchdown drives, 11 plays, 72 yards for both teams. That's kind of coincidental. But, yeah, I mean, on paper, looking at this coming in, I didn't necessarily expect it after one to be tied 10-10. But there you go. As you can see, shown on the graphic right here, all-time best net points. All-time Denver, 1 point shy this season of tying the record that Alaska, the then Florida Storm, Alaska Storm, set back in season 11. And that's, like I said, very dominant offense, and just incredible feat by them.
Handoff to McChesney there on first down, and he'll make it out to the 25-yard line. Cochran needing just shy of 450 yards to pass Rocco Marconi for 7th all-time in passing yards. And Miller on the other side, he's one more passing touchdown to pass Kevin Walker for 13th all-time in passing touchdowns in SFL history.
Got to say, there's a good chance we see that happen.
Miller gonna throw it out to McChesney, and wrapped up by the ankles. It was a good open field tackle to limit the damage. It's going to be 3rd and 5 coming up here for the Nightwings.
Yeah, nicely done by the linebacker John Nevels right there, not giving up. It looked for a moment there as McChesney was going to break out and potentially find his way further downfield, but holding on to the ankles was John Nevels.
Miller in the empty. He's going to throw it over the middle. Caught. First down yardage. Had a wide open man, and that was caught out to the 38-yard line as we get a look at the two impressive offensive weapons so far for the Nightwings. Brandon Battle with that last catch there. Setting up a new set of downs at the 38-yard line. Trips towards the bottom of the formation for the Nightwings. Play action again for Miller. Quick throws over the middle. Caught. And that's going to be a gain of 8 out to the 46-yard line. Caught by the fullback, Art E. Mills, coming out of the backfield. He's a big receiving threat. Has not seen it carry this regular season, but he's a pass catcher coming out of the backfield.
Yeah, and that's just an additional weapon to have a pass catcher in your fullback is just something else that the Florida defense and every other defense they've faced this year has got to worry about.
Offset eye this time. McChesney bouncing it to the outside, has room. He's going to turn on the Jets, avoids the first defender. He's at the 20, 15, 10, and he's going to be tackled right at the 4-yard line. First and goal, Denver. Way to go, Jared McChesney.
The free safety, Ryan Tobin, brings him down, making a touchdown-saving tackle. And Jared McKinney, most of this game so far has been quite bottled up by this Florida defense, and they get him on the outside right there. McChesney builds up some speed and gets down the field all the way down to the 4-yard line. Incredible run by him.
Francis with one of the most really shoestring tackles. Looked like he had a bad angle there. Somehow got a hold of his hips, but no matter. McChesney just runs through him anyway. Six and a half minutes to go in the opening half. First and goal from the 4. 4-down lineman for the Storm as Miller sets up in the gun. Miller to throw, steps up in the pocket, going to sling it out to McChesney, and he could not stay in bounds past the line of scrimmage. They'll mark him out right at the 4-yard line. No gain, second down.
Yeah, real close to being able to turn up the left hash mark there was McChesney, and unfortunately couldn't just get up and found his way out of bounds.
Offset eye this time for Denver. Florida anticipating a run on defense, throwing everything they have in the box right now. McChesney trying to bounce to the outside and gets tattooed at the line of scrimmage. This defensive secondary for the Storm is coming to play. Andrew Francis coming up from the strong safety spot.
Yeah, Andrew Francis coming up from the strong safety spot. A lot of credit on this play has got to go to the number 29, the cornerback, Evan Carroll, who pushes the offensive blocker back and skews the route that McChesney's trying to take to the outside, causing him to lose a yard. Ultimately, that is it won't show up on the stat sheet, but a heck of a play by Carroll there.
Miller, end zone, incomplete. He had a man in the back of the end zone, but an impressive play by the linebacker to bat the football away. Alfredo Massanet batting the football to the turf.
Yeah, that's a second big play he's made in this game right now, and nicely done. Wow, yeah, that was a big run. Unfortunately, looking like they'll have to settle for a field goal. Will Denver, but looking at a potential 3-point lead if this goes through.
And the rookie John Neville's the first guy to get there, getting his hands on the football. And as you mentioned, Kramer Jackman going to line up for a field goal attempt. This one much shorter than the last one, as he nailed a 45-yarder earlier in the ball game. This one for the lead from 22 yards. Gets the snap down. It is up and through. 13-10 now your score as Denver retakes the lead, and we hit our next commercial break. You're watching the Simulation Football League playoffs live on 11 Sports and for the fans. Stay with us.
It's on 3rd and inches. This was the completion of the three-peat for the Alaska Storm at the time.
And they're hoping to create a new dynasty down in South Florida, now the Florida Storm. Coming into this ball game as the 8th seed. And good return by Optimus Klein, making it out to the 26-yard line. And he had an impressive kick return for a touchdown last week in the wild card round. He's hoping to get those wheels going, maybe get another one to the house.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Something, I mean, listen, anytime you can get points from special teams, it's anything additional will help you go a long way here.
Two backs in the backfield for Cochran. He will throw, pressure in his face right away, and is able to get rid of the football for a gain of about 4 out to the 31-yard line. Stephen Bush with the catch.
As you see, once again, there the quarterback comparison between Ron Cochran and Josh Miller. Very similar still, both with a touchdown, both hovering right around 90 yards or so, passing through the air. The one exception is Cochran's interception early in the game. He has since settled down and actually played quite nicely.
Single back offset is J.W. Doyle. Cochran under center. He will hand it off to Doyle, bringing it up through the hole in the line and out to the 35-yard line. I think if he was a little bit more patient on that run, Kate, he could have gone for a lot more.
I think so, too. If the vision was just there, I think there's an opportunity for him to really get upfield on that one. But nice chunky yardage nonetheless, and staring at a 3rd and 1. Shoot, if I'm Florida, I think I consider just giving it right back to him.
See what they do here with an I formation. They will hand it off to Doyle, and Doyle gets met behind the line. Great stand from the Denver defense as Des Troyer, the big defensive tackle, gets in there for the stop.
Yeah, real good play by Des Troyer, getting in there and making the stop on J.W. Doyle. And the odds, would tell you 9 times out of 10, he's going to pick up that yard, especially the way he's played in this game. And unfortunately, right there, that was the 10th time. And Troyer just making a really nice play in the backfield.
Big dude, 6'7", 295. As we see Marcus Agrippa attempt his first punt of the ball game. Fielded by Denver, just south of the 20-yard line, won't get there. Out to the 18 is where they will mark him. And Denver takes over once again, scoring a field goal, taking the lead away from this deadlock that we had just a possession ago. And Miller still looking for that record-breaking touchdown pass.
Well, he was awfully close on the last drive. Like I said, I believe we'll see that today. It's just a matter of when.
Opportunity to move to 13th all-time in the SFL record list as McChesney gets a handoff and gets suplexed by Big Sexy right at the line of scrimmage. No gain, brings up 2nd down. What a play.
Yeah, what a play indeed. Threw the offensive lineman off of him fairly quickly and was there to meet McChesney right at the line of scrimmage, and a heck of a hit right there.
I need you to scream off the top rope next time, Kate. Come on, set me up nicely.
Off the top rope.
2nd down, just under 3.5 minutes to go in the half. Miller will throw. He's going to air it out deep. Wide open, man. Caught. Outstretched hand and outstretched catch made by Giacomo Jones, who had the touchdown grab earlier in the ball game.
Absolutely beautiful throw and catch. And this throw, it just felt like it hung longer than it should have been, and maybe a little assistance from the official there on offense, but it got away with one, and a nice throw and catch there by Denver.
Where's the DPI on the official there? Offset eye for Denver. Miller going to throw again. Instead, he's going to swing it out to his back, McChesney. There is a penalty marker on the field. The loss of a few on the play as John Nevels comes up and makes the hit. And we'll see what the penalty is. And they're going to get the Storm for holding on defense. And that one called on Massenet, who's had a very impressive game so far as one of the extra linebackers out there. But, yeah, that one not a great play.
No, not indeed. Yeah, mental mistakes, you can't afford to make them. When you're at this point in the playoffs, and stuff like that can cost you games, unfortunately.
3-point advantage for the Night Wings as Miller goes play action again. He's going to fire top of the screen. Caught. Giacomo Jones with another catch. Some toe drag swag along the sideline. And that'll be good for a gain of 8.
Yes, indeed. They're going to call him inbounds. I'm interested to see the replay from the angle we were at. It looked like it was close, but I'm pretty sure he's in. Yes, indeed. Nicely done. Toe tapping to the sideline. 2nd and 2.
And those black cleats are going to make it a little bit easier to see the sideline there. Gonna have to tell those white out. Yeah, I got to tell the whiteouts to wear the white cleats. It's the thing now.
There you go.
Approaching the 2-minute mark here. Miller, pressure in his face. He's going to throw it to a wide open man down towards the bottom of the formation. Caught for a first down. Logan Keel out to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, nice catch on the sideline by Keel, and a good job by the quarterback there, Josh Miller, getting the ball delivered on time and in place.
I don't think we're going to see one more play before we hit the 2-minute warning, and we will not. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Denver with a 3-point lead, looking to add some more on the other side of the break. This is the Simulation Football League playoffs, live at 11 Sports, and for the fans, don't go anywhere. Two minutes to go in the first half here in the Mile High City, Denver, Colorado. The Night Wings on another drive. This is the 6th play of the drive. I formation this time. McChesney trying to find a hole and gets stood up and downed right at the line of scrimmage. Big sexy once again. Alex Dominguez making the stop.
See there, McChesney averaging 5.6 yards per carry, slightly skewed by the big long run he had on the last drive. Most of the game, Florida's defense has actually done a pretty solid job limiting him to just chunk plays.
Miller going to throw it down towards the bottom of the formation. That's caught by the tight end, and that's going to be close to a first down. They'll mark him down at the 31-yard line. Still 4 yards to go, courtesy of Jeremy Mosley.
In field goal range for a long one, but I'm sure Denver would like to take advantage of the opportunity given to them here and stick this one in the end zone.
Jackman's certainly good from this range as well. His longest of the season was 57, and he made every single field goal in the regular season as well. Play action again for Miller. Pressure's coming. He's thrown in the air, tipped and incomplete. And that was an ideal interception there for Andrew Francis. Just could not get his mitts on it.
Oh, absolutely. And absolutely no doubt there that Dominguez had something to do with the trajectory of the ball coming up just a little short as Josh Miller tried to float it up there. Boy, sure does throw a pretty ball, but just a little short, nearly intercepted. And on comes Jackman to go ahead and try to boot this one through.
It was a bit of a rainbow as well. No one knew when that one was going to come down. Jackman from 48 this time. 2 for 2 already in the ball game. This one up and through from 47 yards officially. 3 for 3 for Kramer Jackman in his 4th season in the league and gives his team a 6-point advantage.
Yes, indeed. And Florida's defense keeps it a 1-score game. We'll see if we, with about 1:20 to go, we'll see if we get some 2-minute action from the Florida offense.
Over under of 52.5 coming into this ball game, kid. Do you think that's a little high?
Things can happen. We'll see.
Okay, all right. Sounded like a bit of a waffle to me, but okay.
That's how I protect myself from not sounding like an idiot later on.
Optimus Klein takes a knee in the end zone. They're going to bring the football out to the 20-yard line. And Cochran looking good so far. Denver really with just a little bit more in the passing yards category, but Cochran 10 of 13, 88 yards, a touchdown, and a pick.
Yeah, like I said earlier, offensive line's kept him clean, and he's been very consistent with time to throw in the pocket. So we'll see how this goes here.
J.W. Doyle been a weapon as well as he gets a good chunk of 7 yards out to the 27-yard line as he hits 56 yards on 11 carries.
Yeah, the free safety, Josh Vasquez, right there at the tail end, ate quite a bit of that shoulder, and but brought to the ground 3 yards shy of the first down is J.W. Doyle.
6'2", 230, built almost like Peyton Hillis was back there in the other league. As Ron Cochran's going to throw it over the middle. Caught, good route run there by the receiver, as that'll move him down to the 40-yard line, going no huddle here.
A little surprised they didn't call a timeout and try to regroup real quick, but they still got time.
Doyle with the swing pass out of the backfield. Lowers his shoulder, somehow beats 2 defenders there, and Wiseman cleans it up. Still going no huddle after a gain of 6.
Yeah, not sure. You still got 3 timeouts, and now you've just burned off about another 10 seconds there. You might have.
Yeah, a bit of a head scratcher, and still more time coming off the clock. Cochran airing it out, caught into opponent's territory, and they're still not burning a timeout. All 3 available to them, and you wonder when they're going to burn one. They finally do with 3 seconds to go. Just suspicious clock management here from the Florida Storm.
Yeah, definitely have to agree with that right there. There was plenty of opportunity. They probably lost at least 3 additional plays on this drive by poor clock management.
This would be a 58-yard field goal for Ethan Snead. I don't think that we're going to see him trot out there. And instead, we're going to see the offense come out in Hail Mary formation. Cochran does have a big arm. 7 seasons in the league, 6'2", 205. Cochran, pressure coming right away, and he's going to go down. Denver dialed up the blitz at the right time, and that's going to be the end of the first half.
That's a nice way to wrap up the first half. Denver's 6-point lead going into halftime, and as you said, they dialed the blitz up right at the right time and brought Cochran down.
Denver getting the football back on the other side of the halftime. And looking at the stats here, Cade, what really jumps out at you? A very evenly matched game so far.
Incredibly fun game so far. Like you said, evenly matched. The biggest difference that you can spot right here is the single turnover that Florida had on their first drive of the game. And if you look back at it and think of it this way, that could potentially be the difference in score as well. But other than that, it's been an extraordinarily evenly matched game. Nice little back and forth, a couple touchdowns and some field goals, and be interesting to see if they come out firing in the second half. Denver, as you said, gets the ball first. They're used to jumping out to leads a little earlier than what they have, like bigger leads, I guess I should emphasize when I say. And Florida has kept this one awfully close. Defense is doing a really good job.
And even with the turnover, it was only 3 points off the turnover. So even without the turnover, 13-10 ball game, you know, you might see Florida put some points on the board. Might be an even 13-13 ball game. But either way, it's very, very evenly matched so far. I'm very pleased with what both teams have come out with as far as their game plans go.
Yeah, most definitely. Both of them doing an excellent job taking advantage of the opportunities given to them so far by the other team. And we'll see if that keeps up, or if potentially, you know, like I said, there's a potential breakout. You know, we'll see if defenses can make some plays. We haven't seen a turnover from Florida's defense so far, something they were pretty decent at in the regular season as well.
In the regular season, they had 29 takeaways, which is 6th in the league. And, yeah, I mean, McChesney had that one big run, but other than that, not a whole lot. J.W. Doyle had a couple 10 to 12-yard runs. Other than that, not a whole lot. So, yeah, the defenses have come out to play here today alongside my best friend, Kate Stevens. Rosca Santagria and Benji Matson in the stats truck. My name is Eric Benson, your play-by-play commentator for the second game of our quarterfinal matchups here in the Simulation Football League. Denver going to get the football here to start the second half, and they already have a 6-point lead. A touchdown here would be quite advantageous to them, as Bryce Battle will field it in his own end zone and bring it out. Follows some blockers and eventually gets corralled around the 23-yard line, and that's where the Night Wings will take over. Okay, what are we kind of expecting from the Denver offense here to come out of the gates here in the second half?
It'll be interesting to see what kind of, if they decide to make any changes at all. I'm not sure anything is really necessary. They were pretty successful in the first half of moving the ball downfield. They just have to start closing in the red zone a little bit more. But I expect a lot. I expect to see a lot of what you saw in the first half. So he takes a shot right here on first down.
Yeah, Miller looking for the big-time shot, and Giacomo Jones could not complete the catch. Good coverage out there, one-on-one. And on top of that, Miller was hit as he's thrown.
There you go. You just spoke a moment ago, Eric, of the turnovers forced during the regular season for each team. Very close together. 31 for Denver, 4th in the SFL, and 29 for Florida. That is going to be 6th. And, yeah, both defenses have played really well. Denver forcing 1 so far in this game.
And what really needs to be highlighted there as well is the fact that Denver is +8 on the turnover differential, and Florida is -2. So Florida turning the football over a lot more on offense than Denver does. But right here, it's going to be an interception. Going back the other way, it's going to be a pick 6 for Florida. Tied up ball game.
Must have heard you talking, Eric. An excellent job on that play by the cornerback, Ryan Davidson, reading Josh Miller's eyes, taking that one to the house. This man, he is hungry and he is ready. And all of a sudden, we've got a different ball game.
Severely different ball game. Ryan Davidson with the pick to the house. His 10th on the season this year. 9 in the regular season. 1 here today. And this one was huge for the Storm, getting them back even with Denver.
Came at a really, really good time. Denver, if given the opportunity, could have gone downfield, made it a 2-score game. Defense and Davidson come up extremely big on this one and put up a score of their own. And Florida now holds their first lead of this game.
And we mentioned the interceptions here, honestly, from both defenses. And Josh Vasquez, Ryan Davidson, 2 of the leaders there in the league. Vasquez, the only one with pick 6 up until now.
Up until now, yeah, that has now changed as Davidson has one-upped him in this game and made it 10, and gone ahead and taken his to the house. And as you can see, coming into this tied at 9, and Davidson has made his 10.
Battle with another return, and he'll make it out to the 26-yard line. First down for the Night Wings. And, you know, I think it was just a bad decision, I think, by Josh Miller on that route. What do you think, Cade?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. I think that, you asked me what we were going to see from him on the last drive, and I thought we were going to see a little bit more of the conservative outside throws and just taking the chunks as they come. But it looked like Denver was intent to start the second half taking shots down the field as they took one on first down that was nearly intercepted, and then took another that was indeed picked off and taken back. So we'll see if an adjustment is made once again on this drive to their offensive strategy.
Well, and the Storm defense has come out firing as well, as they just seem to have a little bit more bite here in the second half to start things off, as Miller's been harassed since the get-go.
Absolutely. Yeah, they've been getting a lot of good pressure, and I think that that's gone a long way towards helping them be in the lead right now, to be honest.
McChesney, the lone back in the formation. Play action. Miller going to throw again, and it could have easily been picked off again. Man, oh man, Davidson smelled interception number 2. Couldn't quite get it, though.
Yeah, sure did. The linebacker, John Nevels, pops it up, and Davidson had an opportunity to try to snatch his second one in back-to-back drives right there, and that one might have gone to the house too. I'm not so sure there was anybody that would have stopped him.
I saw nobody out that way. Blue jersey, black jersey, didn't matter. No one was out there. 3rd and long now for Miller. He'll throw. He's going to air it out deep. Somehow caught. Jump ball and grabbed by Logan Keel in one-on-one coverage. And that's a heck of a play there by Logan Keel.
Yeah, great throw and catch it, but Logan Keel really coming up big in that one and snatching the ball out of the air. Very popular target during the regular season as he went just over 1,000 yards, 1,001 yards, 8 touchdowns. But the impressive stat for him, for me, is the fact that he averaged about 14.5 yards per reception. Definitely somebody that Josh Miller looks for down the field.
He's the chunk yard guy, and he got him right there as Miller's going to go play action again. Bottom of the formation this time, caught. Giacomo Jones almost stayed in bounds as he's quietly had a very productive game.
Yeah, he sure has. 5 catches, 57 yards, and the lone touchdown for Denver.
Brings up 2nd and short here for the Night Wings. Just inside of 10 minutes to go. And with a heavier formation, McChesney going to run the football, bounces it to the outside, and he'll get gang tackled right around the 36-yard line, but gets the yards he needed to move those chains.
Oh boy, just that moment of slight hesitation before he bounced it outside. If he sees the outside lane earlier and hits it full speed, that there was a lot of room over there.
Offset eye now for Denver. Florida's still stacking the box, anticipating another run, and they'll get it. McChesney with a good hole, good stiff arm there, and he's still on his feet. Is he going to make it? He'll get in there. Touchdown, Denver.
Wow, what a run right there as he gets outside. As you said, stacking the box, and it didn't matter. He found a hole that you could have drove a Mack truck through and worked his way downfield for a touchdown, and Denver retakes the lead. All of a sudden, that over-under is looking more and more likely here.
I know, they're coming to life here in the second half. Look at that stiff arm. Wow, just get off me, man. Get off me.
He was not playing around. What a run by him. And, wow, all of a sudden, to start the third quarter here in the second half, we've seen two very quick scores in under 2 minutes. Minute 49 seconds, and all of a sudden, both teams have another score on the board.
This after we had 5 straight possessions with scores. 3 field goals and a couple touchdowns for either team. Jackman will add the extra point to make it a 6-point lead. 23-17, your score now, as the Night Wings retake the lead with 9:11 to go here in the third quarter. Jackman lining up for the kickoff once again. And Florida will get another crack at the football. Both teams very productive here in the second half. Florida with the pick 6 to add to their scoring total as Optimus Klein brings it out of his own end zone. Good head of steam out to the 24-yard line. This will be the first offensive possession here for Florida in the second half.
And there you go, Eric.
Again,
mentioned it earlier.
Yeah, we did mention it earlier. Go ahead, kid.
Oh, you're fine, sir. Yeah, Florida Storm leads the series 6-1. Denver's only win, as Eric mentioned earlier, in the ball game was as San Antonio on the Twitch front page game. And yeah, absolutely incredible that that's been the case. And for some reason, the Storm have always given the Night Wings a lot of trouble, and they're doing it once again here today.
And to kind of piggyback off of that point, the Night Wings, as a squad, as a franchise, have never beaten the Storm. The only win was when they were the San Antonio Vaqueros. So maybe looking for that first win here today, Cade.
Yeah, they're sure working on it.
2nd and 5 now as Doyle gets another handoff. He'll get first down yardage out to the 35-yard line. Bodies flying everywhere as J-Dub makes it out and move those chains once again.
Another good run by him as he gets it past the first down marker. And in Alaska's, sorry, not Alaska. We just talked about Alaska, and here we are, Alaska. The Storm's first possession, Florida Storm, that is, guys. In the second half here, they are doing a nice job picking up yardage.
Cochran, quick fires over the middle, caught. Jeff Como. I thought that was Stephen Bush. Jeff Como with the catch. That will move the chains once again, and Florida coming out firing on all cylinders here in this first possession of the next half.
Yeah, doing a real nice job. Como just a nice play over the middle. The defender, it appeared, actually got picked by his own guy and created the separation that Como was able to get open with, and a nice throw and catch from Cochran to Como on that play.
Cochran recognizing it immediately and finding one of his favorite targets. Como with 69 receptions in the regular season as Cochran throws it out towards the far sideline. That's caught by Optimus Klein. That was his favorite target in the regular season, and that's close to a first down again.
Yeah, nice pitch and catch. And the second one really opens up quite a bit of the playbook. I'll be very interested to see what they decide on right here. Is it a play action pass down the field? Is it another handoff as they line up in a heavy set?
Doyle, the lone back, offset. Denver anticipating the run. They'll get it, but Doyle is going to get just enough. Actually, he'll get a couple more out to the 37-yard line. Another first down for the Florida Storm.
It's been a perfect you could say a perfect storm, I think, for the Florida Storm so far today.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, you got to take the opportunity when it's given to you, sir. But they've done a really good job opening up the pass game with the run game as Doyle continues to have a pretty nice day.
Cochran has plenty of time. He's going to air it out and incomplete. Looked like he tried to touch past that a little bit to the tight end Zarkov. Couldn't quite get it out to him, though.
Yeah, offensive line continuing to do a really good job for them. As you saw, Cochran had more than enough time, felt the pressure coming behind him, stepped up, and I'm not sure if it was just really good coverage by the defense, just really good coverage.
Coming on that heavy set again. Denver looking for the run. They'll get it, and this time they make a good stop. Still a gain of 2 somehow, some way by Doyle, and he'll make it out to the 35. Six and a half minutes to go here in the third. Denver looking to get the football back and hold on to this slim lead that they've created here in the third quarter. Cochran to throw again, tipped in the air, still in the air, and incomplete. Man, that was a weird ricochet from the batted ball, and that was up for anybody's grabs.
Yeah, sure was. Kind of got lost up there. There was a receiver who had an opportunity, and boy, it just, I think, hung in the air a little longer than what their comfort level would be, I guess you could say.
Looks like just outside of field goal range here for Snead, so we'll see Marcus Agrippa again. Grip's hoping to pin them back deep, and Denver will not get a chance to return the ball out of bounds at the 12-yard line. That's where the Nightwings will take over following the break. You're watching the Simulation Football League playoffs, live on 11 Sports and for the fans. And Kay, this Denver Nightwings defense has been more than dominant here in the regular season this year.
Oh, they've been absolutely fantastic, ranking first in points per game and many other categories in the top 5. As you see right there, a nice interception from last week. That was the first pick of 5 picks on the day 3 for Papineau, who made that play right there.
Man, he ran that route a little bit better than a wide receiver as well. Just kind of sat there, watched it, picked it off.
Yeah, took it right away. They've done a phenomenal job all season long. First in points per game, first rush yards per game, fifth total yards allowed, fifth yards per game, first rush touchdowns, third down conversion percentage, and fourth most takeaways. Absolutely fantastic job by them on the season, and they're doing a good job again today.
As Miller finds his fullback for a good chunk of 9 yards. He's more like a tight end in this offense, R.E. Mills is, as he comes out of the backfield and just adds an extra weapon to throw it to.
Yeah, great way to describe what he adds to the offense. He is more or less a tight end playing fullback and can really hurt you in the pass game. And when he does see the ball on the ground, he can hurt you there too.
Second and short, McChesney with the handoff, and he's going to plow ahead for first down yardage. He was dead to rights in the backfield, Cade. Easily could have lost 2 and somehow gained 1.
Kept those legs churning, man. That second effort, he found his way across the first down marker, and as you said, they are moving those chains.
First and 10 from the 22. 2 backs in the backfield for Miller, who's under center. Miller turnaround handoff to McChesney, who's very good about dispatching defenders, makes it out to the 26-yard line. If you are new to the Simulation Football League, you're watching the first controllerless esport where strategy and AI instead of thumbs determines the outcome. Teams submit game plans prior to the simulation, and the results play out live in real time with hundreds of viewers turn players, scouts, coaches, and team owners on the field to create an all-new kind of virtual reality. Visit simulationfl.net for more information. As Miller is going to throw once again, and this time he finds Giacomo Jones for a completion out at the 34-yard line. First down.
Yeah, nice pitch and catch there on the sideline by Jones, and that's the kind of stuff that they were real successful with early on in the game is the outside throws. They've just got such athletic guys on the outside in the offense that they can really they can make those plays, and awfully good at snatching the ball out of the air, as you saw Jones do right there.
Miller under center. He's going to swing it out to McChesney. He got one man to beat, and man, that was not the man that he wanted to face.
No.
Big hit by Eric Hammer, the 9th overall pick in the last SFL rookie draft.
Eric Hammer laid the hammer on that one, Eric. And, wow, yeah, big hit there.
Going back to this 2-back look as McChesney gets another handoff. Man, he returned the favor, though. Did you see that, Kate? He returned the favor to Masonet and laid him in the dirt.
Hey, maybe he's one of those guys, McChesney is, that takes a big hit, and all of a sudden he's got this built-up kinetic energy that he just wants to deliver right back to you.
It's a freaking superhero. 3rd and 3 now. Miller, short throw over the middle, caught, and that was a good route. Wide open there was Bryce Battle, and that'll be another first down for the Nightwings as they are moving those chains quite a bit here on this possession.
Yeah, beautifully drawn up to get the first down as Battle just kind of sneaks behind the defense a little bit, just past the first down marker on a short little route, and Miller gets it to him, and they move the chain.
Swinging it out to the fullback this time, and only a gain of a couple coming out of the backfield. And usually we see R.E. Mills run a little bit different route, not usually the flat route coming out of the backfield, though.
Yeah, he's one of those guys you really want to try to get him going with a head of steam when you get him to football, and he'll make a lot happen for you. But 2 yards to take it on first down.
Miller under center this time. McChesney, the lone back. Bunched receivers towards the bottom of the formation. 4 down linemen for the Storm. Play action. Miller airing it out into coverage and incomplete. And the play action's been very successful for them here today, Cade, but I think he probably tried his luck a little bit too much on that one.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. Tried to force that one just a little bit, and it didn't unfortunately get there between 2 defenders and pops back up into the air.
Miller with 3 wideouts towards the top of the formation. He's going to throw it towards the middle, and that's caught. First down yardage. And that was the tight end, Jeremy Mosley, that will move the chains this time. It seems like Miller's just taking what the defense is giving him here, Cade. What do you think?
Yeah, that's what he's done. That's what he's done extraordinarily well all this game. Is when he's tried to force balls down the field that it hasn't worked out. If you take what the defense gives you, as he did right there, you'll have a lot more luck. And as they get another first down and start to drive into scoring territory, take a look at the last 6 drives for Denver: field goal, touchdown, field goal, interception, touchdown, 0 punts on the day for them so far.
And Miller continuing to find his weapons on this offense as Giacomo Jones makes another 7 or 8 yard catch out to the Florida 30-yard line. And that's impressive, Cade. The fact that you have not seen your punter at all deep into the third quarter and you've only turned the football over once, like that's very impressive.
Yeah. I mean, easy day for the punter. Collect a paycheck and sit on the bench. I mean, what more could you ask for?
I formation. McChesney finds a little sliver of light in that formation there, and he'll bring it out to the 27-yard line, 3rd and very short coming up.
Well, I thought he was going to find a way to squeeze out a little bit more than that, but impressive run anyways as he was hit at the line of scrimmage and continued to move forward for a gain there on 2nd, 3rd and inches.
Eric Hammer with the tackle. He's had 4 today. 3rd and a short yard as McChesney is going to get first down yardage as he bounced it towards the near sideline and was able to get just enough as he's past the century mark and had a rushing touchdown today.
Yeah, nice job by him today. I mean, he had the 2 big runs. One came up just short, and one he found his way to the end zone after very early on kind of being stifled just a little bit. McChesney has found his groove.
Offset eye, he's going to come out of the backfield this time. Not a great throw by Miller, but McChesney is able to reel it in and somehow make lemonade out of lemons there.
Yes, indeed. Killed his momentum just a tad with the throw, but he's still able to make something happen for a 3-yard gain.
Might see one more play here before the end of the quarter. Heavy formation. McChesney with the handoff, and Florida was ready for it. Man, were they ever. Knocks him down in the backfield. No gain. 3rd and 7 on the other side of the break. We have finally hit the last quarter of action, and man, oh man, what a game this has been. Get your 4s up in the chat. We got one more quarter of action to go here in the Simulation Football League playoffs, live on 11 Sports and for the fans. Don't go anywhere. And the playoff bracket looks like this here in Season 15. Baltimore dispatching Mexico City in the game before us. You're watching Florida and Denver right now. If Denver wins, Baltimore will have to travel to the Mile High City to take them on. But if Florida wins, Baltimore gets a home playoff game in the semifinals. Still with 2 more quarterfinal games to go coming up tomorrow afternoon. Alongside my best friend, Cade Stevens, we've got Rosca Santagria and Benji Matson in the stats truck. I am your play-by-play commentator, Eric Vincent, here for this great matchup between the number 1 seed Denver Night Wings and an extensive drive here, Cade. 16 plays, 79 yards so far. This is the 17th play of the drive. Denver setting up shop
and finds him over the middle in the end zone, and all of a sudden Denver has widened the gap to start the fourth quarter here.
And hats off to Josh Miller. He's had a heck of a ball game and a heck of a career so far as well. Moving into that 13th spot in passing touchdowns all time. 6 seasons in the league, all of them with Denver. Kramer Jackman will add the extra point. It is up and good. 13-point lead now for Denver. And man, what a drive by the Nightwings as they took it 17 plays, 87 yards, capped off with that 8-yard passing touchdown from Miller to Battle.
Yeah, fantastic drive by them. And honestly, worst case scenario for the Florida Storm right here would be a quick 3-and-out after your defense just got worn out pretty bad on the last one. They've got to try to make something happen on this drive.
Optimus Klein with the return, and he will lower his head out to the 22-yard line. And that's where Florida will take over. I got to agree with you, Cade, by the way. They got to have something extended on this drive. It doesn't necessarily, I mean, points would be great, obviously, since you're in the final quarter down by 13. But it got to have just a longer drive so that your defense gets their win back.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Cochran under center to start things off here. Doyle, the offset back. He will get the carry, and he gets buried in the backfield. Defense was ready for it all the way, and what a play there by number 94, Logan Mack.
Yeah, they sold out very clearly on that particular play to stop the run, assuming that Doyle would get the carry, and they guessed absolutely right. Nice job by Mack getting through almost unscathed to get to Doyle and take him down for a 2-yard loss.
2nd and long now, empty set look for the Storm. Cochran, pressure's coming. He's shuffling around in the pocket, throws on the run and incomplete. Couldn't quite find his intended receiver, which was Jose Galliano, and that looked like a bit of a broken play. It looked like Cochran was running for his life.
Yeah, good coverage down the field, and he had plenty of time to do something with the football. Unfortunately, his options just weren't there, and as the pressure closed in, he moved out and just tried to dump the ball off when hits the turf instead.
3rd and long now. Cochran has time. He's going to gun it over and incomplete, and a 3-and-out for the Storm. That's exactly what they did not need, as their defense has to come back out on the football field.
Yeah, this this defense, they didn't get much of a rest. Yeah, as we said before this got started, that was going to be worst case scenario, was to give the ball right back to them. And another extended drive and a score by Denver could potentially put this one out of reach.
And on top of that, they're probably going to get decent field position as well. Agrippa, a star punter. And we've seen him boot some lengthy ones, but even from way back on his 5-yard line, I'm not sure what he can do with the football. Gets it away with no pressure coming. Good hang time and gets plenty of leg into it. Fielded just in front of the 30-yard line, out to the 40-yard line. So they will get good starting field position. The Nightwings will. And I can't say enough about that last drive, Kate. I have not seen a drive like that in quite some time. And Denver just executed perfection.
Absolutely incredible effort by them. And after a first half where everything was pretty even, time of possession, total yardage, and everything, it's in the second half, offensive play-wise, Florida's only run 11. Denver has 25. That will be the 26th right there.
And Giacomo Jones gets close to another first down, as he's had 8 grabs, 81 yards, and a touchdown earlier on in the ballgame.
Yeah, he's been the go-to guy for Miller on the outside, and he's another excellent job getting back to that one that was just slightly behind him.
Denver looking content to bleed a little bit of the clock here. Normally pretty quick out of the huddle, but spending a little bit more time following that 8-yard catch by Giacomo Jones on the out route. Offset eye, hand off to McChesney. One man to beat on the outside, and he does. Gets slowed down, though, and he'll get stopped at the 40-yard line. That was a well-designed play. Good blocking up front there for the Nightwings.
Yeah, when he gets into the open field on the outside, it's not very often that he's not going to break the first tackle, as you see him do right there on that particular play. The strong safety, Andrew Francis, playing down in the box, unable to bring him down on the initial contact.
Ryan Tobin cleaning up the play, the free safety. Now setting up at the Florida 40-yard line. Play action. Miller going to gun it over the middle to his fullback, and that's caught for first down yardage. Big hit made by the linebacker Hammer, who tends to do that, but it's one thing to hammer a little, running back, but Mills is a big boy, 6'3", 230.
Yeah, he's a big guy, and wow, I mean, this is it's starting to look more and more like a worst-case scenario for Florida right here, as Denver has just been doing essentially anything they wanted on this drive.
Hand off McChesney. Good penetration there for the Storm. And Jared is still able to get maybe a couple yards out of it before Alex Dominguez brings him down.
Yeah, at least got up and made something out of nothing. But good job by the defense getting into the backfield and causing a disruption early in the play.
Trips towards the bottom of the formation this time for Denver. 4 down linemen for the Storm on defense. Miller, play action again. Again finds Mills coming out of the backfield. They've run that play several different times, Cade, and Mills has been a hot target off of that play.
Yeah, I can't say I blame them until the defense has got some sort of answer for it. Use it to your advantage. And these guys are clearly gassed. I mean, we talked about it on the last one. 17-play drive, didn't get much of a rest, and right back out there, and they're doing it to them all over again.
Sixth play of the drive here as McChesney does not get the first down. He actually gets nailed behind the line of scrimmage. They'll mark him just shy, and that was a good stand there by the Storm defense.
Yeah, massive stop. Massive stop by Florida is still going to give them an opportunity here. Good job by them. That's exactly what they needed.
Jackman, good snap, good hold. It is up and on the way and through from 36 yards. So that makes it a 33-17 game. Denver trying to wrap this thing up and move on to the semifinals, getting another home playoff game next week. But Florida will have something to say about that on the other side of the break. You're watching the Simulation Football League playoffs, live on 11 Sports for the fans. And Cade, Optimus Klein is a difference maker, and he made a difference last week in the wild card.
Yeah, this was a big one. This was a big one right here. Optimus Klein setting an SFL record, 107-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. And that was the difference in the game as Florida pulled away and beat Lone Star last week.
They're going to need some additional magic from him this week as they are clinging to dear life here in the final quarter in the quarterfinals in Denver, Colorado. And well, stutter step there, man, and then he was gone.
he found the lane, took off, and headed up the sidelines. There was no way they were going to catch that man.
As you mentioned, a record setter there, 107-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Florida down by 16. We'll see if Klein has some magic in him right now. This is returnable. He'll bring it out of his own end zone. Following some blockers, and he'll squeak his way out to the 27-yard line. Looked like they might have had a little bit of room there, Cade, but not too big.
Just a bit. It almost looked like he would pull off the old squeeze move once again and find his way up the field, but a good tackle and good return anyways, 27-yard line.
Cochran 15 of 22 for 145 yards, a touchdown and a pick. Doyle adding 71 yards on the ground on 16 carries. That's his 17th right there, making it out to the 32-yard line. Good chunk of 5 yards. And Denver's just made more plays, I think, Cade. It's not that Florida's playing badly. Denver's just capitalizing on the opportunities they have.
Yes, they've been taking advantage of the opportunities that have been given to them. Every single opportunity. They've not let anything slip away. And unfortunately, Florida's just got a bad shake of the stick a couple of different times, and it's led to this. That it may be a 2-score game, but it certainly is not felt that way.
Cochran, pressure in his face, avoids the first sack. Still on his feet, still plenty of time, and he's eventually going to go down. I am not sure why he wouldn't just get rid of the football at that point, Cade, but sack eventually made by the Denver defense back at the 28.
Yeah, bad mental mistake by Cochran on that play, who not only did he have all day long to begin with, but then it broke a sack and still held onto the ball. Yeah, I'm with you, Eric. They're not really sure why he didn't get rid of that one, and unfortunately, you're going to cost your team some time and some yardage.
Sack made by the rookie Michael Rochester, 7th-round pick out of Annapolis in the SFL minor leagues. 3rd and 9 now for Cochran. He's in trouble again, and again he's going to go down, this time by the other defensive end, Marlon Marshall, the 2nd-round draft pick. And, man, those rookies are showing up here today.
They sure are. And, you know, the offensive line for Florida, the vast majority of the game has been outstanding, not allowing very much pressure, giving Cochran plenty of time. And that'll be the 3rd sack of the game for Denver so far. Got the one right before halftime, and now 2 on back-to-back plays here in the 4th quarter.
I'm thinking the Denver defense smells blood, and they're coming out with an extra gear as Agrippa gets the punt away. Fielded just south of the 30-yard line, bringing it up to the 34. Will Bryce battle, and that's where Denver will take over for another possession. Cannot give up points here, Cade. They got to get the football back. The Storm do, and they got to get back in a hurry.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Something that I believe has changed with the Florida offense, and something they relied on very early on, is they were having success on the ground. The game stayed close, and Denver could not pin their ears back and rush the passer as hard. Now that they've got a 2-score lead, and as you said, smelling blood in the water, I think that they've had more of an opportunity to try to put pressure on Cochran in the pocket.
McChesney with another carry, 129 yards on the ground for him, a long touchdown run earlier in the second half, and he's been very formidable here today.
Oh, that's the truth. Yeah, absolutely. He's had a couple of real big runs. And
offset eye look for the Night Wings. Letting that play clock bleed a little bit. Another handoff to McChesney, and he gets hit right at the line of scrimmage. Great play by the Florida defense, bringing up 3rd down. Be sure to download CrowdPlay, our new partner for 2020, and play the game about the game. Follow the action and answer questions for a chance to win a share of the $1,000 prize pool. Your next chance to win is coming up tomorrow afternoon at 4:30 p.m. when the Vancouver Legion will travel to face the Louisiana Revolution in the quarterfinals. Visit crowdplayapp.com for more information. 3rd down now for Denver. Big stop needed here for the Storm on defense. Miller, play action, and he finds his favorite target but cannot complete the catch. He has seen that route numerous times today, and Mills just could not reel it in.
In the second half alone, I believe that might have been the 4th or 5th time that we'd seen that thrown, and normally a super reliable guy, and I think that's exactly why they went to it. And unfortunately, with the contact, unable to hold on to the football.
And I think you hit the nail on the head there. John Neville's certainly didn't patty cake him a little bit. That was a big hit there by Neville's.
Oh, he had built some momentum before he got there, that's for sure.
We're going to see our first punt of the ball game for Denver. Coming courtesy of
29
Willie
in the fourth
Long.
quarter.
Yeah, insane. Florida almost getting there. Good hang time. Fielded at about the 25-yard line. Klein with a couple good spin moves, and he'll bring it out to the 38-yard line. That's a good way to eliminate the Optimus Klein problem if he's not really returning punts a whole lot.
Yeah, that's also very true. You're taking away opportunities for one of the biggest playmakers for the Florida Storm to do anything with the ball. And, you know, he gets his first punt return opportunity here late in the fourth quarter. And as you could see right there, it turned virtually nothing into a nice little something.
Cochran throws, picked off, going the other way. And that's going to be a pick six for Denver. Touchdown. The Nightwings extend the lead.
Wow, that's the reserve corner Osiris Pelican taking that one away and going all the way to the house. And for those who were curious out there on why I waffled earlier, it's because that's the over right there, folks, with that score. That's the over. What a play right there. And I genuinely, you know, looking back at it, I'm not too entirely sure who Cochran was trying to get the ball to, but a nice takeaway for Denver, and that's just about going to seal this one away.
Yeah, I think that was the final nail in the proverbial coffin there. When they bring out an extra guy out there in Osiris Pelican, and he's able to make a huge play and then put points on the board to boot. Yeah, it's pretty much that's all she wrote, folks.
Yeah, I do believe. So now the Baltimore Vultures will have to start thinking about their trip to the Mile High City for the next round, and Denver looking to move on. As first time as the Nightwings beating the Storm. This will be. We talked about that earlier in the ball game, and a monumentous moment for them.
Still 3:11 to go here in the ball game. I've seen weirder things happen, but this would definitely be pretty weird.
Yes, I would tend to agree with that. I feel pretty safe assuming that it you know, they're putting this one away, but hey, as you said, Eric, you never know. You never know.
Klein returning the kickoff. Bouncing it towards the far sideline out to the 24-yard line. Florida had the lead 17-16 after the pick six in the third quarter, and after that, it was all Nightwings.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, they took off. They really took off in the second half. Absolutely incredible effort by them. There you see the community poll picked by the community earlier in the week. 79.6% going with the Denver Nightwings to take this one away. That looked a little iffy at halftime, Eric. And since then, completely different ball game.
Cochran going to sling it down to Doyle coming out of the backfield. He gets knocked out of bounds right at the 3-minute mark. 2nd and 5 coming up here for the Storm. From the 29, we'll see an I formation here for Florida. 2 wideouts split across the formation. Cochran gonna throw it. That's caught. Optimus Klein with the catch. That'll move the chains, and Florida will go no huddle here.
Yeah, I think they have to at this point.
Cochran again to throw. Has a wide open Doyle coming out of the backfield. Didn't even get touched until he was about 8 or 9 yards downfield. He's going to get first down yardage out to the Denver 45-yard line. Good play.
Yeah, he rumbled his way all the way down. Yeah, first down, good first down. And then, as you say, gets out of bounds, stops the clock. So that gives him an opportunity to take a breath and regroup as well. But a nice move, as you see again right there, to get over the first down mark.
Clock frozen at 2:43 after Doyle got knocked out of bounds. First down. Cochran with an empty look here. Takes the low snap. He's going to gun it, and diving attempt made for the completion. Incomplete. Just led him a bit too far, and I think Bush got tangled up with the defender a little bit there too.
I do believe you're correct. We saw that a couple throws like that from Cochran today, where he may or may not have had a guy with an opportunity to get the ball, and just overthrew him just a hair.
Still going empty, 5 wide for Cochran. Another low snap. Cochran shuffles in the pocket, fires, and complete for first down yardage out to the 29. Clock continuing to roll, and the Storm going no huddle again. Cochran again has time, going to throw it wide open, but just led him a bit too far out of bounds. Stephen Bush couldn't make the catch.
That was awfully close. Yeah, nice effort there on that one. Unfortunately, didn't get to his progression back on the other side quick enough to get him the ball in bounds.
Sticking with the empty here. Cochran over down out to the 20-yard line. Cochran pump fakes over the middle, caught inside the 10, and that'll be a 2-minute warning right there. First and goal on the other side. Florida looking to keep this closer. They might have a shot. You're watching the Simulation Football League live on 11 Sports and For the Fans. Back live in Denver as Florida knocking on the door here, hoping to add a touchdown to the scoreboard. Game looks just a bit too out of reach here for Cochran and company as he's going to fire far sideline, caught. Stayed in bounds, though, as the clock continues to run. Florida with all 3 timeouts, but content going no huddle. Cochran throws and incomplete. Dangerous throw. It looked for a second there that he had Stephen Bush, but man, good closing speed by the defensive back.
Yeah, the reserve safety there, Mike Dino, almost got in there on the turnover action and took that one away. But unfortunately for Florida in the second half, it's just been that way for their offense.
Trips towards the top of the screen. Cochran empty in the gun, takes the snap. He's going to throw it over the middle. Caught. Touchdown, Florida.
I do not genuinely believe that was his intended target, but a heck of an athletic move anyways to make that catch by the tight end Zarkov, going up and getting that one, and they'll throw some extra points on the board and make this one not quite look as spicy as it ended up being there.
Yeah, it looked like he might have been wanting to go Como, which would definitely be a head scratcher. I think Zarkov just kind of took matters into his own hands and was like, no, I got it.
I think he did the right thing there. Absolutely.
Ethan Snead to add the extra point to make this a 16-point ball game. Gets the snap down and is up and through. 40-24 now the score. Onside kick coming up here. And Kate, I said weirder things have happened, but this would be probably top of the pyramid as far as weird goes.
Yeah, this would be a Herculean effort, if I say so myself. It would require recovering the onside kick, scoring, getting the 2-point conversion, and getting another onside kick and duplicating the success you just had.
And he kicks it right to Denver. An easy grab there for the Night Wings, and that will pretty much do it as Graham Canyon is able to field that one right at the 40-yard line. And Denver will probably be able to chew this clock out. Florida might be able to get the football back after going through their timeouts. Second unit in for the Night Wings as Brandon Perna, takes over at quarterback. Handoff right up the middle. That goes for no gain. First time out burned by Florida with 1:39 to go.
Florida, a good season by them. I don't want that to get lost in the fact that, unfortunately, the second half didn't work out for them as well as the first half did. First half, boy, they really made it tight, and they played extremely well. And unfortunately, in the second half, didn't work out. But a good season for them. Made it to the playoffs. Got a nice victory last week against Lone Star, and they've got a lot to build on this offseason.
Another handoff here for Denver. This time bouncing the outside. Good blocking in front, and he's free. 20 down at the 15-yard line. First down, and Florida will burn their second timeout, and I think that kind of encapsulates what the second half has been as Skeeter Baja rips off a big one.
Absolutely. They're going to have every opportunity to go ahead and sit on this one now, and you're absolutely right. That's just been indicative of how things have gone for Florida in the second half.
Let's look at the scoring drives here just for a hot second, Cade. We'll recap them. So Denver threw that pick six. That was bad for them. Florida took the lead there. Since that point, 36-yard rushing touchdown, punt for Florida. 8-yard passing touchdown, punt for Florida. Made field goal, punt for Florida. Denver finally punted deep in the fourth quarter and then gets the pick six, and Florida finally answers with that last touchdown. But that's basically been how the second half has gone. It's insane.
Yeah, it's that tells the whole story right there, quite honestly. Just unfortunately, Florida's offense not able to have the same success in Denver, just doing essentially anything that they wanted to do in the second half.
Another kneel down here for Denver as Florida has exhausted all their timeouts, so the clock will continue to run. And we've got one semifinal lined up here, Cade. It'll be Denver, the number 1 seed, and Baltimore, the number 4 seed. The Vultures coming into town to play the Denver Night Wings coming up next week. And, man, we've had some good playoff games. I mean, the one before us, it looked like it just kind of got away a little bit from Mexico City, very similarly to Florida here today. Wild card round was absolutely bonkers. That was a great week of or a great weekend of games, I should say, and has just propelled this season 15 playoffs into pandemonium here.
Yeah, would wholeheartedly agree with you. And as you mentioned earlier, just a nice game for Baltimore against Mexico City earlier. And I think it ought to be a really good game. We'll talk a little bit more about that shortly. But the playoffs have just been so much fun so far for season 15 of the SFL. And if you're just if this is the first game you're catching so far, then boy, you've missed out. It's been great, and there's more to come.
Denver trying to pour a little salt in the wound here with the last-second field goal that is up and good from Kramer Jackman, who is still perfect. 8 seconds to go here in the ball game, adding more points to the scoreboard, 43-24.
That's where that big point differential that they had on the season came from right there. As you see a grand total of plus 19 for the day.
Sector 6 is the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League, and replica jerseys are out right now. Get your name on the back of your team's or your fan favorite team's jersey and visit team stores and libraries for purchase options through sector6apparel.com or through our website at simulationfl.net by clicking that shop button. Klein with another return. And no magic here today for Optimus Klein, as he's had a handful of kickoff returns and one punt return. None for a touchdown, but decent returns nonetheless.
Yeah, yes, indeed. Yeah, decent returns. He's always making something happen. What's been so impressive about him is that when nothing's there, he still manages to find, 6, 7, 8, 9 yards, and that it adds up in the end.
One final play for the Storm here to cap off their season 15. Cochran will throw, and it will be an incomplete pass. And that will be the final here in Denver, 43-24. The Night Wings move on, and we'll move on to host the Baltimore Vultures next week as we get a look at the final game stats and highlights. Cade, tell me your thoughts.
Boy, that sure looked a lot different when we looked at it at halftime. And, time of possession for Denver, I think, is probably going to be the biggest one. We talked about their the biggest drive they had of the game, the extended 17-play drive where they went down and capped it in a touchdown. That, I believe, is when things really, really started getting away from Florida. And after that, they were just gassed on defense, couldn't hang around, couldn't stop them. And excellent job by Denver. Nice execution. They did essentially anything that they wanted to in the second half, and the time of possession is definitely a big one. Turnover, unfortunately, for Florida, turned the ball over a couple times in the second half, and that, just killed him. Just absolutely killed him.
Yeah, and I think you hit the nail on the head with that long drive that the Night Wings had went on in the second half. 17 plays, 87 yards, and an 8-yard passing touchdown to cap it all off. Before that, things were very much up in the air. McChesney had rumbled for that long rushing touchdown. That had given them the lead again. Florida had punted, so we were kind of wondering what exactly was going to happen. And then that drive happened, and it just sucked all the wind out of Florida's sails, and they just could not get things going after that.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. That was truly the turning point for me in the game, and I think it's hard not to give Jared McChesney the MVP of the game. A heck of a game for him, 130 yards on the ground and a touchdown, and it just really assisted the Denver offense, especially because early on in the game, especially first quarter in particular, he seemed like he had a hard time getting going. Florida was doing a nice job stopping him, and he really came on and delivered big as the game went on.
And instead, we're going to see Josh Miller take away player of the game honors, 30 of 40 for 267 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a 98.6 QBR in the victory here today. Well, we will send you to a short break here from Denver, Colorado, and when we come back, we're going to have a small little preview of the semifinal game that we have just locked up between the Denver Night Wings and the Baltimore Vultures. You don't want to miss that. Stay with us live on 11 Sports and for the fans. Back live following the victory of the Denver Nightwings over the Florida Storm. And that secures our first semifinal coming up next week. Still here in Denver, Colorado, and the Baltimore Vultures, the number 4 seed, will come into Mile High and take on the Denver Nightwings. Cade, what are your thoughts about this upcoming ball game next week?
Well, it should be a lot of fun, to be honest with you. Baltimore, I think, has a really good opportunity to give Denver a run for their money. They had a really nice game against Mexico City, got off to a good lead early, and never looked back. And it's going to be, they've got a real good run game going up in Baltimore. They can sling the ball through the air. They've got a lot of film on what Florida did successful against Denver today. So I think they're going to put up a good fight. And Denver, their championship dreams continue as they host the game at home next week, and should be a lot of fun, folks, to tune in for some fireworks with good buddy Andy and Ryan Caudill on the call. And what about you, Eric? What do you think about this one?
I tend to agree. 2 big-time running backs, T-Roy Gaines for the Vultures, and obviously you saw Jerry McChesney for the Denver Nightwings in this past game. I think rushing attack is going to play heavily into this next week's ball game. Very similar stats on the offensive side of the ball. Defense, Baltimore, a little average, but we'll have to see. Playoff football is so much different, my friend. So we will have to see how Baltimore steps up to the plate and handles Denver at home, who has looked very, very good all through this season 15. And for his thoughts on the upcoming playoff game, we're going to kick it over to Commissioner Cameron Irvine for his thoughts. Cam.
Thank you, Eric. Just 2 points as we round out the afternoon. This semifinal round has been a bugaboo for Baltimore owner Tim Johnston. His teams have lost in the semifinals 5 times. He's trying to make his first championship appearance, but Baltimore is the only team to have beaten Denver this season. Now, the Nightwings don't care much for that because Denver had never beaten Florida either, and they just took care of business there. So, will Baltimore make their first championship appearance, or will Denver be there for the 3rd time in 4 years? We'll find out next week.
Thank you, Cam, and we definitely have plenty to look forward to next week, and we got plenty to look forward to tomorrow. As you see, we got 2 games coming up tomorrow afternoon, kicking off at 2:30. The 3 seed Sioux Falls taking on Jacksonville, and Louisiana, the number 2 seed, will take on the Vancouver Legion following that ball game. On behalf of my best friend Kate Stevens, Rosca Santagria, and Benji Matson, Cameron Irvine, and headquarters, thank you for tuning in. Y'all have a wonderful afternoon, and we'll see you tomorrow.